He was mad about my name, though. He was hating on the Gwopped Up shit because, he from Oakland and shit. He wasn't hating, but he was just, like, throwing shade because, Guap Dad 3000 from Oakland. And so he was like, Guap, like, it's only one Guap Dad. I'm like, no, Gwopped Up or whatever. Gwopped Up. he like Gwopped Up. He was like, oh, they was like, no, he's Gwopped Up. I'm like, no, I ain't copying off no Guap. I'm like, hold on, nigga.
You been here for a minute. I've been here longer than Guap.
Way longer than him.
Bro, probably still elementary was running around here.
He was like, that's horrible. I'm like, no, man. I'm like, Gwopped Up, man. You're like, okay, whatever. But they was amazed, man. They was like, God.
What's up, everybody? We back. Another episode of The Risk Takers presented by Risky Business. Sponsored to you by Stock the Bar Vodka. This still how many times?
7 times.
And also aux 33, radio elevated 24/7. Download the app on the Play Store and the Apple Store. Today, we got in the house a homie, a brother, Gwopped Up Speedy in the building.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, brother?
I'm good, man.
It's good to see you.
Finally done made it through.
Finally made it through. That's right.
Been trying to lock this in for a minute.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you
man.
being here, man. It means a lot.
Oh, yeah, proud of y'all, too, man. Y'all
Thank
been doing y'all thing, staying consistent,
Appreciate it.
Yes,
That's really one of the big things, though, man. We've been trying to be consistent like a motherfucker. And
That's the main thing we talking about.
For sure. Right from the dope, right from the beginning.
Yeah,
yes, man. Let's just get this shit cracking, bro.
Yes, sir. So speaking of getting cracking, brother, why don't you let the people know who you are, define yourself?
Yeah, man. Gwopped Up Speedy, entrepreneur, music artist, actor, just full-time hustler, man,
Videographer.
Oh, yeah, videographer, shoot, man. If it's going to get me paid, I'm going to do it, man. You know what I'm saying? But, just out here, been putting in work for a long time on the music scene and, to create culture in the city. Grand Rapids, I come from Saginaw, Michigan. That's where I was born and raised, but Grand Rapids raised me as well. You know what I mean? And, man, I just trying to be legendary out here, man. That's about it.
For sure. Earlier, I want to tap in on a you said you from Saginaw, Michigan. I be wanting to know, we had a couple people on here that ain't from Grand Rapids.
Oh, okay.
Why when y'all be picking somewhere to go, why y'all don't hit the D, bro? Why y'all come to Grand Rapids? What made you? What brought you here?
Well, on my dad's side, when it comes to my dad, my pops moved here after he left the military.
Type.
And he was in the Gulf War. Dang. And he moved there in like 92, 93, something like that. And then my mom, she used to always move back and forth from here, man, all my life. A lot, like when I was younger, she was always trying to just get the fuck away from Saginaw because Saginaw crazy as hell. So she was always moving. We'll be here probably 1 or 2 market periods at the most, and then we'll be right back in Saginaw. Things got hard and shit or something. She'll go right back. We'll be there. Man, I'd have been in and out of schools before the 9th grade. Before the 10th grade, I was in and out of school probably 18 times. Damn. Going to different schools, man. Yeah. So, it was basically just trying to get away from there, man. They was trying to get a better life outside of Saginaw and shit, So, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. It was a time, I remember like in I want to say 7th or 8th grade. I think after my 8th grade year, she was about to move to Atlanta, my mom, and I didn't want to leave Saginaw. I was crying and everything, man. My uncle, he like my big brother and shit, my dad, little brother and shit. He, man, we was sick because that's like my big, my big bro / he like a friend, but he really he ain't like an uncle to me. He like more like a big brother. We was sick, man. I'm like, man, I'm trying to find who I could stay with, who I could live with a second. Now I be looking back like, what the fuck was I thinking, man? What the fuck? Trying to stay in Saginaw or Atlanta. I ain't no telling where I'd be right now. Man, but yeah, man, But yeah,
Yeah, your talents in A would have went crazy. I ain't gonna cap.
Man.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's crazy how life work. Like, you know, like ain't no telling. That's the only
Sure.
reason my mom ain't moved there, because I ain't want to move there. So, yep. That's crazy.
How you feeling though, man?
Oh, I feel great, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy to be alive. You know,
That's a
so
blessing.
every day I wake up, man, I be like, man, I'm so blessed, man, because I done came a long way, man. A long, long way, man. Life be lifing, but I done came a long way, man. So I'm just thankful. I'm real thankful for life these days, and very grateful for the love I get. You know what I'm saying? Like, just, it could have been worse, man. I posted, if people knew my journey, man, it's a lot of situations where I'm not even supposed to be here, like, for real. So,
Thank God. Thank
yeah,
God.
oh yeah, all day, every day. Definitely.
So talk to us, you know. Don't be a victim.
Oh yeah, don't be a victim.
Fresh
New
off the
album, new album. How this thing out right now, man? Gotta go get it, man. All music platforms, man. Don't be a victim. Yeah, it's new project, man. I was just making music, man, like recording almost every day, and then I just like, man, when 2025 get here, I'm ready to just drop something. Like, I gotta put a new project out. So yeah, and that I'm listening, just riding around, listening to them songs. I'm like, yeah, I got something. I got something. Yeah, the reception been great.
Definitely.
I've been getting nothing but, like, every single day is just. I was honestly, like, kind of a little nervous about what people was gonna think about it. You know what I'm saying? So it is way more positive feedback than I thought it was gonna get.
Yeah, that joint go crazy, bro.
Yeah, like, it came together nice, man. I really did kind of, you know, put a lot of thought into it, how I wanted it to ride out and everything. You know, like, over the last 2 years, I've been just dropping, like, singles here and there, freestyle stuff, and I kind of just been testing the waters of what people really want to hear from me, and, you know, what I know they's gonna love from me. So yeah, and kind of got back into some stuff I used to do, like, in my younger years, beat selections and shit, like, just doing what I like to do, for real. Just doing what I like to do, man. Yeah, man, I love it, man. Now it didn't geek me. I'm art, man. I'm locked and loaded. People don't even know, man. I'm just getting started, man.
Well, tell us about the title and what it is you're trying to get across with that title. Don't be a victim.
Yeah, when I was working on, I ain't have a name till probably 2 weeks to a month before it came out, and I was just I was trying to think what made me think of that, man. I think it just came to me, or I was about to make a Facebook status or something like that about that, like, you know, not because a lot of people like to play victim a lot. Don't realize that they decision is all on you, your decisions you make. You know what I'm saying? Like,
For sure.
Once it hit me, I'm like, ooh, that's a strong, like, that's just a statement. Like, don't be a victim, like, you know what I mean? Don't be a victim to the system, the streets, to the people you deal with. At the end of the day, it's all about the decisions you make. You know what I mean? Regardless, like, don't be a victim, you know?
Yes, sir.
Like, you gonna learn. We all got to learn our lessons and stuff. There ain't no way you can avoid that. But I wanted to just really, you know, just make a statement. Once that came to me, I'm like, this is it. And then when I was listening to the songs that's on the project, I'm like, it go right with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, it go right with everything I'm talking about. So at first, the album cover is gonna be completely different. I was gonna, like, stand in front of a basically, like, you know, the jail lineup or whatever. I was gonna do that or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And holding instead of holding the numbers thing on the thing, you know how they is gonna say don't be a victim on that or whatever. But
that was fire.
I ain't had to. That was gonna be the original. That was the original cover I was gonna do. But I had a certain date in mind. I wanted to have it out or whatever. And I was like, man, I got you know what? He did the photography for the pictures that's on the album with the album, you know. He did did the pictures for that.
I
So
just noticed that too when I was really looking at it.
yeah,
I was like, hey man, on the photos that we did, you know what I'm saying, after the show.
Yeah.
I said that's dope. That's fire.
Yep. So I just like, man, I'm about to use these because these are clean photos, and I'm just pay a graphic designer, just give them my idea, let them work. I got to get this shit out ASAP. So yeah, and the rest is history.
Going back, you got a large discography.
Yes.
You've been at this for some decades.
Yeah.
And I was going back looking at some stuff. I was like, man, do you ever go back and listen to your old music and be like, man, I would have rewrote this verse?
All the time. All the time.
Any
man.
songs specifically come to your mind?
Too many in name, honestly. Too many, man. I was just listening. I don't even got to listen, man. I got so many songs in my head, but I do go back. Like recently, I ended up just Googling some stuff, trying to find this old project. Because I was on the phone with my pops, and I'm like, dang, man, I wish I could hear that song, man. You ain't got that on your hard drive or nothing, or this album. He was like, it should be on Reverb Nation. I think I put it on there back in the day. I'm like, word? And I looked up. It was a song, album I put out in 08 or 07. It was one of them years, 07, 08, something like that. And I looked it up. It was on there, and I'm riding around listening to it. I'm like, this is crazy, man. It tripped me out, man, hearing my voice. How just subject matter, and I was on the same shit I'm on now. I'm just like, I've grown as a person, but a lot of shit I'm like, damn, I was thinking like this, like at 18, 19 years old, like I was really thinking like this. I'm like, damn, you know what I mean? I'm definitely delivery, just hearing everything. It's funny, man, like listening to stuff, and a lot of I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna have to remake some of this shit. Yeah, I can make it 10 times better, you know. Like when I opened up for Devin the Dude, one thing, when I asked him for advice, one of the main things he told me was every old song is a new song. You know what I'm saying? He was like, that was the first thing he told me. He was like, every old song is a new song. You know, always just keep pushing your old shit like it's your new shit.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fire for sure.
Yep. Definitely, man. So yeah, I love hearing my old music, man. I love showing my son. He be cracking up like, what? Like this? You know what I'm saying? Like it be cracking me up. I love listening to my old shit, man. It bring back hella memories. You know what I'm saying?
Right, think about where you was at that point in time.
Yeah, it like bring back hella memories. It just be like, damn, time be flying, man. You know, so I'm just happy that it's stuff that I got the proof, you know what I'm saying? Everything documented, you know.
So, two people you brought up, which I always see you with, is either your dad or your son. Just tell us about the importance of both of them in your life, and then just fatherhood overall, as I see you pass down what the relationship you have with your pops down to you and your son.
Yeah, it's very, very important to me, man. It'll be on my mind all day, every day, what how I can improve and what I need to teach my son, you know what I'm saying? And it's very important because if I don't show him the way, I don't think nobody else gonna show him the way. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to be real influenced out here from outside people and all that, you know, from school, the internet. Way more distractions out now than when I was younger. So, you know, and my dad always been in my life.
Coolest pops out.
Yeah, man, that man.
Shout out pops for sure.
I know y'all. He be outside more than me.
Outside.
Way more than me, man. He be outside, man. But yeah, you know, my pops. He the one that I grew up watching him do music. You know, he was a producer, rap artist, and he had a label, and he had his own artists and stuff like that.
What was the name of his label, if you don't mind asking?
Roll With It Productions.
Roll With It Productions.
Yeah, Roll With It
Shout out
Productions.
Roll With
Yeah, man, he used to, he was part of a group back in the day called Strictly Original. I posted one of his verses before on my, from one of his songs on my page before. He had a song called Don't Trust the Government. On one of his albums, his first album back in the day with his group or whatever. And if you go online, man, somebody got they got a tape, the original tape on somebody selling that mother for like $300-400, man, on eBay, right? Yeah, man, real talk, man. The tape, the cassette tape, of that album, man. Somebody got the last two, and they selling them up for like $300-$400, man.
That's great, because that song title sound like something you would.
Yeah, I get it. That's where I get it from.
Honest.
Yeah, I mean, he used to be in the bedroom with his ASR. That's like
the beat machine.
Yeah, beat machine, the piano, whatever you want to call it. Yep.
ASR 10.
Yeah, ASR 10. And I remember when he first got that mug, like, and he used to be in his my grandma crib. He used to have it over there, and yeah, I grew up seeing all that, man. He used to mess with the Dane family real tough from Flint, Michigan. He used to have them in Saginaw. When they came to Saginaw, they used to be hanging with my pops. He'd have them all through the hood at all the parties and stuff like that. And yeah, man. So I grew up watching him grind, and then same thing. My son, I have him everywhere with me. If the kids can be there, more than likely he gonna be there with me.
That Larry June show, that was the coldest thing ever.
Yeah, man. He had him the only kid at the Larry June concert.
Fire.
Yeah, man. I was like, hey, you gonna probably catch contact when we get in here, but you'll sleep good on the way home. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. So I just try to keep him very cultured, man. Do stuff with him that I would have been done with me, you know. So, I be hard on him, you know what I'm saying? I do be hard on him. Sometimes I be having to check myself like, damn, I'm doing too much.
You're
but
right.
I'd rather do it than look back and regret something. So,
Sure. Better you teaching them the lessons in the streets, bro. Because streets, they don't love you. They ain't easy.
Yeah, it ain't. You know, one of my little nephews just got shot a couple of days ago. Only 15 years old. Got shot in his leg, and his pops just got out the feds like a year ago. And when he FaceTime, he showing me his wound and all that. I'm like, ain't you the same age that your dad was when he first got shot? He's like, yeah. I was like, y'all both was 15. I'm like, I know I ain't straight. He's like, yeah, I'm the same age. I'm
That's
like,
crazy.
He wasn't even born at that time.
Damn.
Same age as dad first got shot when he was 15 too. Yep.
That's crazy.
So it's crazy. Like, it's real out here, man.
For sure.
Real out here. Yeah. So that's why I be tough on him. I show him examples all the time of stuff that's going on in the city, like the stuff we seeing on the little GRPD show now, and stuff I'll be seeing on there. Like, man, these kids your age, man, they out here, man. Like, it's real, man. Who you be around is where you gonna end up at, man. More than 9 times out of 10. So, yeah.
For sure. You ain't lying, though.
Parenthood ain't no joke, man.
Not at all.
Ain't no joke.
So, diving into 2025, man, let's, get it back into, to
sure.
current.
For sure.
Talk to me about it, man. The tape, what else you got going on? Videos, anything?
Real I kind of fit. I do enjoy shooting videos. I got the platform Talk Your Shit Cam was the one mic platform for artists. Which been doing good.
If you don't mind me asking, what made you want to start doing that?
Well, just saying that the city needed it. I was seeing it taking off everywhere else. I'm like, man, somebody going. I know for sure I was the first one that did it here.
Oh, for sure.
I know that for sure. Yeah. Then, just like so nobody won't have to drive out of town and nothing to do it. Just like, man, I might as well, get artists a platform to go ahead and do this.
Sure.
And, yeah, man, it been dope so far.
That one you did with Value Pack was fire when they was in the car.
Oh, yeah.
That one was so fire.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Value Pack. You on that album, Don't Be a Victim, man.
Yep.
On that, Ain't No Going Back. So, yeah. Yeah, man. So, that's, shoot music videos. I only do it for select artists that I really want to do it for.
Sure.
I be getting people hit me all the time, but, man, I don't be,
Sure.
some people I don't feel like dealing with, man.
That's valid.
Our people can be something else, man. You know what I mean? Our people can be something else. So, like, I just could tell somebody it's going to be a headache. And, you know what I mean? Niggas need to quit thinking, like, just as soon as you shoot the video, you just going to run home, press a button, and the video done. They on 2 days later, hey, what's up the video? Like, I ain't got time for none of that, man.
Okay.
Like, then I'll be honest, like, when I started really going crazy with shooting music videos, man, I started just peeping. I might have been in my own head, I ain't gonna lie, but I started peeping, like, energy, man. Like, I'm like, because I was really going in, like, with shooting, like, getting booked and doing this and that. And, I didn't pick up the camera to really shoot videos. It turned to a business over COVID. I got a camera just to shoot my own shit because I started dealing with cameraman bullshit and taking forever, like a month to get a video back, and then I get it. It went how I wanted it to be, stuff like that. So I'm like, man, I'm gonna buy my own camera and just figure this shit out. And then when COVID hit, I'm like, hey, I know how to do this shit, so just start shooting. Yeah, might as well get this money with it, and then start getting so busy with it, and then I just started seeing people like, I don't know, I probably was in my own head, but I feel like I was starting being counted out as an artist. I'm like, I don't even love this shit like that. Like, this is just for money. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, I'm just peeping shit. Just people out, I'm like, nah, yeah, y'all ain't even know. I love shooting videos, being a videographer, but this ain't my main passion. You know what I'm saying? It just ain't. So, now I kind of just do it for who I want to do it for. But I'm planning on creating just more platforms for artists to showcase their skills and stuff like that. That's really my main thing, and want to focus on movies and stuff too. So, really want to get into that. That's like my next move with the camera tip.
Fire, that's dope. If you don't mind me asking, do you work a day job?
No, nope. I haven't had a job since 2018 or 19. Ain't no joke, man. Every day I wake up like
gotta get to it.
Gotta get every single day, man. Every day.
I want to tell a little story on here real quick. I think I got hustle. You showed me that my hustle ain't what I think it is. We was at also on the shop. We was shooting an episode in there. This motherfucker pulled up after the interview, damn near wrapped up.
Oh yeah.
This man, like, he asked also, how much time you got left in here? He said, probably like 20, 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? About to get up out of here. He was like, man, so I can do it, talk my shit, Cam. At that time, I didn't know what it was yet. Man, this motherfucker walk into the motherfucking interview, C-stand, mic hanging, shoot a video, 5-10 minutes. I'm like, okay, man, they about to do a video. Then he starts shooting a video himself. I said, this nigga different, bro. Yeah. So I just want to tell you, bro, so I know we've been around each other a couple times. I want to tell you that moment ain't never left my head, bro. That's a different type of hustle. I ain't never seen nobody shoot their own music video in a spot like that, bro. Just getting to it, bro.
Appreciate that, man. Yeah.
Now my next question transitioning to where that hustle come from, bro.
I was just about to go.
I would say definitely my mom and pops off top, just always seeing them working hard since forever. Definitely my parents, and then I would say, man, just studying. I'm addicted to like studying people I look up to, and they all got the same thing in common, work ethic. You know what I'm saying? So always just pushing myself to do more. Then working for yourself too. It just make you like, it brings something out of you. You know what I'm saying? It just bring like, that extra out of you to go that extra mile. And
sure.
Yeah, I just want to get as far as I can as possible. So I just try to do as much as I can, with what I got. It'd be something like when people be like, man, I see you working, but sometimes I'd be like, nah, I ain't even doing shit, man. I'd be like, for real? Like,
I know what you mean, for sure.
My mindset be thinking some whole other shit to people I get a random DM or something, somebody will tell, or I'll run into somebody in public and they'll tell me like, damn, bro, you going crazy. And I'll be like, damn, I thought I was lacking.
For sure, I feel that. I just got a DM the other day from this shorty. She do photos and shit. She was like, I'm trying to get into photos, and I feel like the 2 shows that I shot been luck. I responded to her straight up. I said, I ain't gonna lie, I feel like damn near every big opportunity that I had was luck. Like a lot of this shit just come with just throwing yourself out there. You know what I'm saying? Somebody, kind of like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying, bro, got it going on type shit. So I know that's what you mean when you say people be hollering at you and shit, and like, man, you the truth, man. Even though I know you the truth, but internet will show you a different type of side. You kind of put, imagine the rest of the pieces.
Yeah, definitely. And then I know a lot of people. I'm starting to realize a lot of people do look up to me. So I always try to get an inspiration, man. Especially while the negativity be going on in the city. I just like in the world, period. Definitely in the world, and I just try to be an example, of what's possible. Just try to go hard and like not putting no limits on myself. You know what I'm saying? So I just try to push it to the limit, man. Looking up people like Nipsey and Master P.
Who are those people?
Yeah.
If you could name 5 people.
Nipsey, Master P, La Russell, Tupac, and man, I would say somebody like man, the 5th one, that's hard.
That's good.
Yeah, Birdman or somebody like that. Yeah, Birdman.
What because I heard you say like he just said you shot your own videos, you shooting your own videos, and me and you talked recently. You said you recorded the album all yourself. What? How does that separate you from other artists when you're doing all these things yourself? What kind of position does that put you in? Do you feel
get stuff out way faster. You be more consistent. You ain't gotta wait on nobody. I think since I've been mixing and recording myself, like especially since I've been getting better at it, my stuff sound how I want it to sound. Not like 100%. I ain't got the $5,000 mic or nothing, or all that. I might not have all the tools that the professional studios got, but hey, I'm making it work and it sound good. Like like it sounded how I would like it to sound, at least 90% of the time. So that, and that's the main thing, man. Keep me. I'm able to be way more consistent because I ain't waiting on nobody.
Saving a lot of bread.
When I'm ready, when they want to edit, I can edit, like radio edit. Just go sit down and do it. Like I love that Nipsey clip when he talking about, if you don't know how to, when he's talking about being in the studio, like if the engineer don't know, he take it too long. I can tell him move. I can do it myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's real. Like, that's why I tell anybody when I'm talking to people about music and they ask me for advice, the first thing I tell them is, man, buy your own studio, man, and learn it, man. People out here recording on their phone now.
Getting it,
man.
Getting deals and all type of shit. Brand deals, sponsorships off the iPhone.
Travis Scott recorded a couple of songs from Astro World from his phone.
See, I ain't know that. Yeah, so ain't no excuse, man. Ain't no excuse these days at all. It really ain't.
No lies told. You wear a lot of different hats, bro. You got a very, 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 very stylish clothing line. I wouldn't even put in the merch category. I would say clothing line. That's something that you pick up from the store. Yep. You got Gwopped Up Records. You're saying, you're doing the music videos. You rocking the stages. You going crazy. If you wasn't rapping, where do you think your hustle would take you? You know what I'm saying? What other business ventures you would want to be doing?
If I wasn't rapping, I would say, man, I just feel like I'm an entertainer, so it'll probably be like acting or something.
Type.
And then, like probably like managing or something like that, a manager or something like that, man. Definitely, probably like I don't know. I would say probably like I did want to be a lawyer when I was younger. I did want to be a lawyer. But I feel like, man, I love just getting a message out. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like that preacher shit kind of in me. You know what I mean? So
streets preacher.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So I feel like I wouldn't be surprised if I was like doing something like that, teaching or something like that, that type of field or something. But yeah, I could see that. But definitely, I know I would be doing something entertainment, something that.
Stay in the industry.
Yeah, industry, something with it, man. I just love it too much, man. Like, I used to read Double XL, the Source, Vibe, all that, man. Jet Magazine, Ebony, front to back. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm so knowledgeable on a lot of things. Like, you know, certain people could be in a room and I know who they is. Nobody else know because I'm so informed on from reading so much, man. That's one thing I'm happy. Like my mom definitely instilled in me, man. Like on some certain weekends, man, she used to be like, "You ain't playing the game or watching TV this whole weekend." I used to be like, "This one torturing me." And man, she'll give me a book and I'll read a whole book in 2-3 days. An 500 page book, read it all in 2-3 days. You know what I'm saying? Now looking back, I'm like, damn, that's what made me like mentally just, you know, on another level. You know what I mean?
Type.
And like, yeah, just knowledgeable about things. Like when my clique and my friends, man, I used to get offended by it, but when they talking about something, they be like, "Ask Speedy, he know." You know what I'm saying? They used to always do that.
Bookworm ass nigga.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I used to be like, "Man, fuck you trying to say, man?" Like, you know what I mean? I used to take it the wrong way. But yeah, now I'm like, yeah, okay. You know, it don't bother me no more at all. You know, but. Yeah, but you know that's why I am how I am. You know what I mean? It's like I'm not the type of person just keep the knowledge to myself at all. You know what I'm saying? At all. I'm the type of person to go spread some shit I know about. I'm gonna spread the knowledge.
Type beat.
Let's talk about Gwopped Up. The name, the origin, what it means, other members. Let's talk about that. Where did Gwopped Up come from?
Well, it came from, I used to be part of a duo with my best friend. He's a music artist. He started off as just Jada, and we had we had a group called Gwopped Up Cartier Gang. That's what we started off as, GCG. Yeah, Gwopped Up Cartier Gang. First we was with a group. Before we were always like a duo rapping together. Me, him, my boy Cutthroat back then. His name was Shrey 8, my dog, one of my other best friends. And we was just rapping together on songs.
Was that started here in Grand Rapids?
Yeah, started here in Grand Rapids. Okay. Yeah, when I moved in, my pops left Saginaw and moved in with my pops. This is crazy, man. My ninth grade, my freshman year, my mom was like, I was living with my grandma. She was living here. I didn't want to leave Saginaw. So I ended up being there for my whole ninth grade year or some shit. Went to 2 high schools that year in my freshman year.
Damn.
But yeah, I'm telling you, I used to be moving like crazy. So, by the first mark period, my mom moved to Grand Rapids. I'm like, I ain't trying to, move. So I ended up moving in with my grandma. And then I was going to Arthur Hill in Saginaw. And then my mom was like, when the school year over with, you go come to Grand Rapids with me. I'm like, bet. That's cool, whatever. So literally, I'm thinking I'm about to spend the summer in Saginaw. I come out of school, last day of school, saying, all right, y'all, I'm thinking normal day, all my shit in the back, my mama outside, all my shit in the back of the van. I'm like, damn, what?
Damn.
Straight up.
Ready for you.
Man, ready for me. I'm like, oh, damn, man.
Oh, that's crazy.
Fuck. Like I was sick, so came down here and then was here all summer. He's out there Brayton Court Apartments. And by the end of the summer, by the time school was about like probably a good couple weeks before school about to start, she moving back to Saginaw.
Oh,
damn. I'm telling you, real shit. So I asked my dad, like, man, I'm trying to move in. Can I move in with you? He's like, yeah. They talked about that. He's like, you can move in with me. So that's how I moved in with him. He stayed right across the street at right where the boxing gym at King Park.
Okay.
Yeah, he stayed on Benjamin, right across the street, literally right across the street from where the boxing gym was at. And I moved in with him, and that's where I met like damn near majority like of everybody I know for real from being at King Park and shit. I used to go. That's how I met all my best friends. That's like my family and shit. Like that's how I met everybody. So I met my bro Mumu, and up there, this nigga had a beeper in 20. It's 20 2003. I'm like, it's 2000. What's this nigga doing with a pager? Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? So that's what maybe I'm talking shit to him, hooping and shit. Yo, he's selling his little weed. He got a pager for him selling little weed and shit. And then from him, all my best friends, he one of my best friends too, but all his family is my best friend. That's how I met everybody. So I met my dog Jada one day. I'm walking down Fuller to this dude I'm cool with. Walking down Fuller towards like Sherman or something. And Jada, I don't know him at the time, but he's sitting on the porch with his sister Ashley and shit. And I had the I don't know if y'all remember the Negro League jerseys that had all the patches on them and shit.
The hats too. They had the Negro League hats too.
Yeah, I'm wearing my dad's shit. Them were the things back in the day. I'm wearing his shit. I'm like, yeah, I'm fly as fuck or whatever. I'm right. He like, I'm walking by him. He like, what's the, where you get that jersey from? Whatever. I don't remember what I said. I was like, answered it, kept walking. And then I heard him say, man, I should have robbed that nigga. I look back like,
what the fuck?
I'm like, this little skinny ass nigga. I'm like, I just looked at him like, man, whatever. It just kept walking. So, like, a couple days later, I saw him at King Park. He riding on his bike. I'm out there. I used to always have my shirt off thinking I'm Diesel back in the day and shit. He like, man, this nigga think he used to always be talking shit or whatever. Then we all end up being real cool. So, find out we can both rap and shit. Like, you rap? Well, he coming over my dad's crib. Dad had the studio in his room and shit. And, he just started putting us on the mic and shit, you know. So that's how it all started, man. My dad used to train us with rapping on instrumentals. Our first song we did together was on the 5 on it, 5 on it beat. Right. And he was like, we writing our shit, and he like come up with a hook or whatever. We came back. He like, man, he used to tell that shit whack. That shit whack as fuck. Like, you know, he used to be hard on. Like, I ain't feeling that shit. So then when he felt like it was dope, he'll be like, all right, y'all can record. But one thing he taught us back then was the hook was like the most important part of the song. He was like, your verse is gonna be good. If your verse is good, that's cool. But the hook is what draw people in. If the hook ain't good, nobody else ain't gonna listen to the song for real. Cause all they waiting for is that damn hook and shit. So he trained me and him had us battling niggas on his record label, older than we used to be battling niggas 20, 30 years old. You know what I'm saying? And we was doing all that, man. So that's really all I started. So when we got older, we ended up fast forward. It's a long story. Fast forward, by the time we grown, like 18, 19, group in the city was popping called Fly Uptown Coogee Kids. Yep, and we was like, they recruited us as a little, first they had Jada. And while I was living in Alabama at the time, I just got out of jail, moved to Alabama with my mom and shit. As soon as I got out, and I'm just seeing them going crazy. I'm watching everything on MySpace and all that. I'm like, damn, they doing all these shows.
You old, bro.
Yeah.
You old.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I'm an OG like a motherfucker. Young OG, man.
Young OG. You old.
Man. Yeah, like, these are some, man, crazy times, man. Like, for real. So I'm watching this shit. I'm like, damn. Like, they going crazy, man. I'm like, bro, you got to tell them about me, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, I'm trying to be, I'm like, you know, so he like, yeah, I'm telling. So when I end up moving back, we end up moving back there or whatever to Mac here or whatever. I mean, and when I got back, I'm like, bro, you got to have them put me down, bro. And then they heard me and shit. They're like, bet. They're like, yeah, shit, hell yeah, come on, let's get it. So we was little young dogs of that shit. And then after a while, you know, we had a nice run with them, just, you know, doing shows, blah, this and that. And then we was like, we don't need these niggas, man.
Damn.
Like, that's very true. Like, because there's a lot of ego type shit going on at the time. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know, so we just like, but we wasn't involved enough. We just peeping shit. We like, we don't, I mean, we fuck with them, they cool, but we don't need they, you know. All right, this chapter done. Let's do our own thing. Back to doing us. Then he came, my boy Jada, my dog Trey 8, they was talking one day without me, and they came up with the Gwopped Up Cartier gang shit. And then we like, bet, we gonna do that. And then at the time, my name wasn't Gwopped Up Speedy or nothing. I had a lot of rap names. My name been Playboy, Speedy, and I think it was Mr. Bankroll at that time. That was one of my names for a minute. Fire. And then after we dropped a project called jumped off the porch early, hosted, and DJ Head hosted that shit.
Oh, shout out DJ Head.
Yeah, we did numbers, man. Like we was like we was doing it up, man. And yeah, we did a single called "Do the Math." Put that shit out video. We had a little money all back then. Looking at one number like a couple $1,000 back then. Everybody like y'all gonna get indicted, this and that, just from showing a little money. No, I think and I'm being dead honest, man. Wasn't nobody. Back then, people was rapping it, but they wasn't showing it. Yeah. We was showing like all this money, just because ain't nobody had seen that on the camera before, like with some little young motherfuckers. Yeah. It was like, y'all hot as hell. It was like really something. Everybody was talking about the video because we just showing money. We did that off a Samsung Galaxy 1, bro. Damn. Shot that shit off of Samsung Galaxy 1. I'm gonna show y'all a video. I'm gonna send it to y'all, but. We did off the Samsung Galaxy 1. That shit went crazy, man. And my dad edited the video for us. And bro, went crazy with that. So that had our buzz going crazy. Then put out the project. That went crazy. And then after that drop, he was like, man, we should do like ASAP Rocky, man. I'm gonna be Gwopped Up JD. You should be Gwopped Up Speedy. But I'm like, I fuck with that. Yeah. I'm like, let's do that. I like that. And then from there, that's how we stuck to just the Gwopped Up shit. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I know that's a long ass story.
No, that's good.
People need to hear that, man. Yeah. That's why you on here.
The Samsung Galaxy part is the crazy part.
Yeah, man.
Wow, bro.
Yeah, I got that mug when it first came out. That mug was like groundbreaking when it dropped. Like, I remember. That camera was crazy. That was when it slid up,
right?
Yep. I believe so. Yeah. That mug was like.
That was the
joke
back then.
When that mug came out, that camera was like something different. I don't even think iPhone was out at the time. I don't think it was at all. So that camera was so cold. And then we just chilling, and then we had an apartment at Castle Bluff, man. We was out there, man. Had a cold apartment together, man. Like, man, living good, man. And we one day we just chilling. It's late as hell. He like, bro, let's shoot a video off your phone or whatever. I'm like, what? He's like, let's just use your camera, and then we had your dad edit it and shit. Everything I do now, my dad already did, man. My dad, he been.
Remember what software he used to
shooting
edit
videos? I don't even know. I'm at the.
I was wondering. I was like, what was he editing?
I was thinking the same thing. Yeah. I was for sure thinking
my
the same
dad
thing.
been did every. I don't even think about it till it hit me like out the. I'm like, damn, he was doing that first. Yeah. So when we was 16, 18 or whatever, he gave us we used to be a group called Street Soldiers at first. That's what we first was called when we was 16 to like 18, 19. We was called Street Soldiers. But we had a project together called The Lick. And one day my dad he had pressed like 100 or 500 CDs or 100. He was like, bring me back $500. All I want is 100 out of it. Y'all split the rest or whatever. However, what the math was, y'all selling for 5 piece or 10 a piece or whatever. Just give me 100. I just want my money back for pressing them. You know what I'm saying? Buying them and pressing them. But y'all keep the money and blah, this and that.
That probably implanted a crazy seed in your head.
For sure.
Yeah, it did. That's what started the hustle right there.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say.
That's what started the hustle, bro.
Everything.
Yeah, it really did. That's that was the building blocks of how I am now. So. Man, we used to be outside of Miss Tracy's pumping them bitches, man, everywhere. He was taking them to Creston. I had already graduated from the O and shit. He was taking them to Creston. Dang, we had the whole Creston on.
When you graduated from?
Me, 06.
Oh, okay, you see after me. Okay.
Yeah, yup. And we was banging on mugs, man, and then we ain't get him nothing. we ain't get him nothing. Like straight up little young niggas, man.
Ain't give him nothing.
Ain't give him nothing, man. But one thing my old pops, man, he never used to be tripping, man. He used to be like, these niggas, man. Like, one time he had a car that he just had, his license on was spent at the time. He just had it sitting there, and one time he told us, like, just talking, like, if y'all can get it to start up, y'all can get that battery started, y'all can drive it. Just talking one day when he lit and shit. He went out town to the D with his girl in his new Cadillac. Man, we like, Operation Get This Car Started. He came back, I had to get his shit out the impound. My dog Moo drove that bitch. We got pulled over right on East F&E. I pulled over there, and they took the car. He went to jail. He got back. He like, where the car at? I'm like,
yeah, we get it started.
Man, to this day, for years, he was telling Moon, like, boy, you owe me a car, man. You owe me, like.
What kind of car was it?
I don't even remember, man. It was
crazy.
like a Buick. I don't know. I don't even
Y'all
remember.
ain't get it out the impound?
Yeah, he ended up, I think he did, but
That's
for
crazy.
years, he used to fuck with him about that and one, like, for years, but he was serious, but not serious. And then one time we was in the zoo car, he like, you buy me a drink, man, I'll forget you, man. And he bought him a drink and he let it go and shit. But yeah, man.
That's funny, man. Your pop's cool, man.
Yeah, bro. I was like, so that's how it all started, man. Yeah, from them CDs, man. And honestly, recently, I was at the gym like last year at Planet Fitness, and this guy, older guy, he stopped me. He's like, "What's up, Speedy?" You know, he talked to him. I'm like, "What's up?" He like, "You don't even remember me, huh?" I'm like, "Nah." He like, "Man." He like, I bought you and Jay the CD at Miss Tracy's, man, back in the day, man. I've been watching everything you do, man. Everything you do, I still watch you, man, on Facebook, man. I'm proud of you, man. Blah. I'm like, what
does that feel like?
Man, that's lit.
It tripped me out, man. That shit tripped me out. I was like, damn, like, what the? Yeah, that tripped me out, man. Like, I was speechless. I was like, what? He like, yeah, man, I've been messing with you ever since then, man. Y'all boys cold, man. Blah, this now. Yeah, it tripped me out. I was like, damn. I ain't even got that CD, man. I don't even got that CD no more, man. Yeah, so it's dope, man. But that's what started the whole Gwopped Up shit, man. Then I started selling merch like around 2017, 18, just with the logo. I got a logo made for Gwopped Up Records.
That logo fire.
Yeah. Not the one, the new one. Like
okay.
It was a whole different one, like with a cool. It was like a cartoon thing with a dude wearing a Gucci shirt with a Rolex on. Just got the arms folded with the blueberries behind them. Like
Don't you got that on one of your album covers?
Yeah, I do. Yeah,
okay.
I believe I do. And yeah, I had that pressed on shirts. Everybody's buying them, and then and then my brother, who is the creative designer now for like the apparel and our clothing line, he just approached me and was like, man, you used to let me, help with design and everything, but it's now turned into a real clothing line. So that's how we transitioned from turning that into a merch line into a clothing line.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's some
right there.
Fire pieces for sure.
Yeah, thank you.
Right there.
Yeah, yep. That is it. Yep, that's it. Yep.
Oh yeah, that is fire.
Yeah, man. It came a long way with this shit, man. Like when my bro Jada, he in the feds now, he serving his sentence, and
when he get out,
in the between 2 to 5 years, man. Hopefully sooner than that. Yeah, free JD, man. He had a real big buzz before he went in. He was like, man,
that joint you posted the other day, that verse.
Yeah,
crazy.
Man. He my favorite, probably my favorite
crazy,
rapper, man.
dude.
Outside like my favorite mainstream. He's like, that dude made me hot. Like he used to be. I don't think nobody better than me, of course, but he used to have me like, God damn, like he probably better than me, man.
That verse was so crazy, bro. I watched it. I ran that joint back like 5 times just listening. I'm like, bro, this dude is really, he just going.
Yeah, and he did that shit right on the spot. He wrote that shit literally. We went to the studio. That Young Wayne made that beat too, man. He made that beat. We was in the studio with Young Wayne, and he made that beat, played it for us. We like, yeah, we gonna do this beat. And then shit, had my verse, and then he wrote his shit like while I was laying my shit down. And I heard, we were like, what the fuck, nigga? God damn.
So, like some people just got that it factor, dog.
Yeah,
you definitely.
Yeah, he always was ahead, like. It is time with everything, man. That dude, man. If it weren't for him, I wouldn't know him and his family. I wouldn't know Grand Rapids. I know Grand Rapids, man. Like his whole family, man. They was outside, man. Had me everywhere, every side of town. We done been to every hood club party. I used to be outside, man. My whole 20s to 18 and whatever, 16 to 30 or whatever, man. I started calming down when I got to my 30s and shit. But man. We used to be, man, we done been everywhere, man. That's why so many people, I get so much love. A lot of younger people might not understand because they wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? But back in the day, man, I was a whole different person, man. I was way wild. I was the nigga, like whatever the version of Metro is back then. I was the nigga at that motherfucker every weekend. Outside, hey, all the parties getting shot up, the shit getting shot up. I'm there, no matter what. I'm there the next week. All that type shit, man. When they seen it all, did it all, man. So, like, I represent the growth. You know what I'm saying? I done grew a lot, man. And when my friends got indicted, I had to learn how to just maneuver and be around different shit. It made me a loner a little bit. But I had to learn, like, man, I got to get out and network. Everything on me, so I got to push this shit to a whole nothing. I just got to figure this shit out and do it better than what I was doing it. But
let's talk about the Trauma Project, man.
Yeah, man. Salute to everybody on the team.
Shout out Scoop.
Yeah, man. Man, I still can't believe that shit happens sometimes, man. Like with the Artprize shit, I was just happy to be a part of something 100%. That's collaborative.
For sure.
Overall, that's something like nobody had really did nothing like that. So when the idea came to me, when they brought the idea to me, I was like, yeah, I'm with that. And even up to every step of the way, I didn't know what to expect. Like from the first exhibit we did at the Muse. Them first 2 weeks we had or whatever, I was like just loving it every step of the way. And then when we went to the other museum, All Artworks, and when Scoob, shout out to Scoob, man, that dude a visionary,
shout out Scoob for sure,
genius, man. He's something different, man. And for him to just believe in something so strongly and seeing what it's led to is amazing. But when he said, he gonna put us in the Artprize with it, I'm like, in the back of my head, I'm like, hey, if there's a will, there's a way. But I definitely wasn't expecting us to win until like probably like the only time I kind of figured we was gonna win was when they came to interview him like 2 days before they announced who was gonna win. When they came to the museum, like, they announced it that Saturday, and they came and interviewed him at the museum, I think Friday. I'm like, out of all submissions, they want to come up. I'm like, we might have a chance.
That night. The voters was there that night, too.
Yeah, and the voters was there, yeah. So I'm like, we might.
Yeah, that night was crazy.
We might have a chance.
So one of my favorite moments about that is still you in the video. And when they announced the winner, you could see you walking like, what's going on over there?
Oh, yeah.
and then it cut back, and you see you running.
Yeah,
and then you go out of the side again. Then you come back into the camera, jumping up and down with everybody. That shit was so funny.
Yeah, that was, man, because I'm so happy I just pulled up that night because I was debating. I'm like, damn, I'm going to go down there to the festivities. And I'm like, something just is telling me, like, take your butt down there, man. So when I got down there, the vibes just felt good. It was just something in the air.
Night,
it was just something in the air that felt good. I was in a great mood as soon as I got down there, man. And you know what I'm saying? And I remember talking to somebody, my dog, I can't remember his name right now. He used to work at ACK. But I'm talking to him, and he like, yeah, I just got to work. I just got to work this building. I'm just peeping what's going on. I'm like, yeah, I'm explaining to him the whole our industry and everything. I'm like, yeah, we might got a chance. We was in the top 100, this and that, and whatever. I'm like, we might. The whole time I'm talking to him, they announcing this shit. I ain't paying no attention at all. I'm hearing them starting. I'm like, I'm honestly like, we ain't going to win this shit. So, and then when I heard everybody yelling, I'm like, them sound like some niggas, man. Hold on. I know one too many of us like in it, we was a lot of us in art, but not like I'm just like, hold on, I hear some black people. So I look, and then I'm like, I think I saw you. I saw all y'all. I'm like, oh, that's what I thought. I said, oh, I think we won. I think we won. That's when you see me walk. I'm just like, no, ain't no way. But they ain't hit me until I got there, and Steve from the Mule, Steve Smith, pushed me hard. He's like, you an Artprize winner. I was like, what? We won? He's like, look at the TV, see the album cover on the screen over there. I'm like, what the man, I was like this though, probably for 3 days straight. Like, that night for sure, I was just like,
oh
this.
man, that night was crazy.
And disbelief, man. Like, I was at the crib in the shower, man. My neighbors probably wondering what the fuck going on. I'm in the shower like, what the fuck? I'm saying this shit random as hell. Like, every 10, 15 minutes, I'm just thinking about, like, what the fuck?
For sure.
Saying that shit out loud, like, what the fuck? Yeah, that was one of the best feelings I think I ever had in my life, 100%. Man. Top three, man.
100%.
To do it, and it was beautiful for the city because, like, they always say we don't do nothing to come together for nothing and shit. You know, they always say, Grand Rapids, we did it. Like, they can't say nothing. Mm-hmm. Everybody was all up in an uproar the next day on Facebook just about everybody having a debate about, all type of shit.
Stuff that don't matter.
All stuff that don't matter, man.
We won.
Yeah, that day I'm like, hey, I don't care. I'm like, I ain't paying attention to none of it. We won, man. I'm about to. This is a good weekend. I canceled everything I was doing after that, man. That whole weekend, man. I'm outside, man. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I haven't been to church in a long time. I went to church that Sunday, man.
Yeah. For sure. That night was crazy. I was on my way down there, and Brandon was like, "You coming down there?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm about to be down there in a second." Called me like 10 minutes later. I'm like, God damn, I just told this motherfucker I'm about to be down there. We won Artprize. I said, what? She in the car. She like, what's going on? I said, man, this motherfucker said they just won Artprize, bro. And got down there, man. Y'all was going crazy, man. It was definitely a beautiful moment to see what unity could do. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was dope, bro. You know, as you should be feeling good. You know what I'm saying? Bro, say he at church and everything for sure, bro.
Yeah, man.
It's one of those, bro. Yeah, in a special category too. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know, can't nobody say they won our prize off the music and hip hop. Man, that's different.
I was telling everybody everywhere I went, man, for at least 2-3 weeks straight. I'm walking in ready. Hey, I won. You won to Artprize? I won that shit. For real, man.
I recognize it.
No cap, bro.
Like, that's what, man. He know in our group chat, man. I was telling him, like, I knew Desi Banks was in town that weekend.
Yep.
And then, look, I manifested this shit, man. That whole weekend was just special, magical, man. Because I'm like, Desi Banks, I knew he was in town. And I told him in the group, I'm like, man, I'm going to get him to see if I'm going to try to see if we can somehow get him to just come to the museum and just acknowledge what we did. Or, you know what I'm saying, just shed light, you know what I mean? Because I know people do shit like that, celebrities. So,
For sure.
So, the day that school took, when we, you remember we was all there when we took all the, when we helped take the stuff down or whatever, the paintings or whatever, the last day or whatever. And that was beautiful too, just seeing how many people was just in there up until that, like, in and out. Man.
Seeing white father walking with his white kids, and they all got headphones on, listening to the album. Bro, that was probably the biggest moment of just, like, the overall impact of the album, bro. To know that this dude will bring his kids in here to listen and experience the culture and see what we got to say. That was crazy.
It was a guy in there that day. He when he got to mine, I'm like, yeah, that's my song right there. And then he's got to talking to me. And then I'm like, so after we finishing up, I'm like, what you do? He like, I work for the city. I'm the one responsible for all the bike lanes and this and that, and how this looking like all through the downtown. I'm like, God,
Brody out.
I'm like, damn,
bike lanes.
He was like, yeah, I'm very wealthy. He was like, I'm very rich and blah this and that. He was like, but he like, this is very informative, man. He was like, he was like, dang, I needed to see something like this, and I'm just like, what the fuck, man?
Impact was
crazy. Man. So when we left there, when we got done, we flicked it up, all that. Like, we just, took everything down, helped load up. Shout out talking shit cam to my song and that. I'm getting some content out this month.
I'm leaving here with something.
Yeah, I'm getting some kind. For real, man. I'm like, I got to, man. And when I left, my cousin Southside Rich, man, he like shout out to Southside Rich, one of the dopest producers in the city, man, and rappers. But he had hit me. He was like, what's up, cuz? What you doing? I'm like, man, shit, just headed home. And he was like, no, actually, I was about to go link up with the chick or something, man. And he like, I got these free tickets to the Desi Bank shit if you want them. I'm like, what? I'm like, you for real? He like, yeah, you can have these motherfucking tickets if you want them and shit. So I called our girl, like, shit, cause we was going to date. We was going somewhere. I'm like, shit, you want to go to the show? She like, hell yeah. So we went down there, man, had a ball, man. That shit was funny as fuck. And then while I'm after the show over with, going to the bathroom, my homeboy, one of my niggas and shit, he like, man, that nigga Desi Banks walked up. I was talking shit about him earlier before the show started. I'm like, man, this nigga better be funny or we gonna fuck him up. I'm talking shit. Now I come out the stall, he's just standing right there looking at me and shit, whatever. I'm like, what? He's like, I swear to God, I gotta record everything. I was talking shit. I walk out, I ain't even know he's right there. He said he just got the laugh. We both got the dying laughing and shit. So while he telling me this story or whatever, we walking out the bathroom, right, telling me this, and then Desi come around, he hearing him talking about the story, and he bumped to him again. He hugged the nigga again, like, yeah, nigga. He like, what the fuck, man? So I'm like, bro, can I holler at you? He's like, yeah, I'm just about to go piss. I'm gonna come right back to you and shit. So he did. So when he came out of the bathroom, he came talk, he came right to me and shit, and I was just like, hey man, I'm like, it's crazy because I DM'd you and your manager and shit. You know what I'm saying? But I let him know what we did and what we accomplished that weekend and blah this and that. He like, what the fuck, for real? You know, he like, damn. So I'm like, you'll do a drop and salute my team and shit. And, you know, like, come on, come with it or whatever. Damn. Fell right in my lap. Right in my lap. Right in my lap.
That shit amazing, bro.
Yeah.
I just want to backtrack to one thing, man. You met the dude who do the bike lanes in Grand Rapids, bro.
He said everything, all he did. Yep, all that. Yeah, I met him, man.
I would have been jaded in that moment, and then as soon as he would have said bike lanes, I would have stole off on that.
Hey, because I hate the motherfucking bike lanes, my damn self. I feel you, man. I feel you. Yeah. He said the bike lanes, the bike ramps, all that shit.
Crazy.
Hey, that's funny. I think I heard you say that earlier. I'm like, did he mean to say that? I'm like, hold on. I'm like, am I tripping right now?
Nah, for sure. I said, Pac,
he
bro.
Really feel that. He really feel that way.
Hey, them turning 29th Street into one lane. I get mad every time I'm on that street,
man,
bro.
That's funny as hell, man.
You really sick about it.
Man, that's
like,
funny
bro,
as hell.
You go ahead and stomp bro out.
Nah, but shout out to bro, man. Shout out to people in power in the city who really get in with the people though. Yeah, that's dope.
That was dope, man. That was dope. Yeah, that was dope. Yeah, that was
so how did the whole Sway in the Morning interview, how did that all go down? Tell me about how that was, man.
So, low key, this guy that been following me for a minute and shit, he so many people be following me that I met on Clubhouse, all type of shit, man, that be so connect, like that just be sitting back watching what the fuck you doing, so anyways, he hit me up, was like, man, if you're not busy this morning, call in here to the number or whatever, because I forgot what day it was or what. He's like, man, just call in and just just go for it. I'm like, he ain't even telling. I'm like, is he gonna have me talk? No, like I ain't know. I'm just like, fuck it. So I call. I'm in my car. I'm just riding around running errands and shit. And I call in, and then I'm listening. Cause it's crazy. I was listening to them every morning anyway. So I'm like, while you on the phone listening, you hearing the thing, the broadcast while you on the phone waiting and shit. And then I remember I was sitting right in front of B-Dubs downtown. I'm parked right in front of that shit. And then he came in, hey, Speedy, you know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, oh, and then it's just got he like, so, they just got to talk to. We talked for about a good 5 to 8, I don't know, it was a minute, man, 5 to 10 minutes, and talking about the trauma project and shit. And one part a lot of people probably don't know, because I ain't get the part. I had to cut the interview up to make it fit the time, but he was mad about my name though. He was hating on the Gwopped Up shit, because he from Oakland and shit. He wasn't hating, but he was just like throwing shade, because Guap Dad 3000 from Oakland. And so he was like, Guap, like, He like, it's only one Gwopped Dad. I'm like, no, Gwopped Up or whatever. Gwopped Up. he like Gwopped Up. He was like, oh, they was like, no, he's Gwopped Up. I'm like, no, I ain't copying off no Gwopped. I'm like, hold on, nigga.
You been here for a minute. I've been here longer than
Gwopped. Way longer than him.
Bro, probably still elementary. He was running around here.
He was like, cause he was like, that's horrible. I'm like, no, man. I'm like, Gwopped Up, man. You're like, okay, whatever. But they was amazed, man. They was like, God, so that's how that happened, man. And
fire.
I ain't expecting him to play the song and all that, man. When he when he threw the song on and played that shit, and man, hearing that shit just playing on, that's one of my biggest goals was to always be on there, like top 5. One of my top 5 goals was to be on Sway in the morning. That's how much I love Sway in the morning, man. Like I feel like if I do that, I was like, man, that's like one of everything to me. So when that happened, even though I know I'm gonna still be up there and do the in person, now it's the next tier. Now is to be up there in person. But ain't too many people can say they song got played live on the air by Sway. Sure. He announced the song, then when he go off, gave you another shout out, tell people go check the Trauma Project out, tap in with, you know what I'm saying? I was just like, when that shit happened, I was in my car losing my mind. It was 2 dudes, I think they was cooks or whatever for B-Dubs or whatever, because they was about to open. I know they was looking at my car like, what the fuck? I was in that bitch tripping. I'm like, yeah, I'm in that bitch like going crazy. Like, what? I recorded myself, though. I'm like, I couldn't believe I'm like, what the fuck? I just heard myself get played on Sway in the morning, man. Crazy, bro. Crazy, man. It feel right. So that's like, shit like that, man. It's just like, I ain't spend no crazy money. So a lot of this shit that happened to me all happened from just genuine relationships, just genuine being myself. I ain't a lot of shit people be trying to pay for just be happening to me. Like, that's how powerful. That's why I believe in God so much, man. Like, I tell people, you do your best, God gonna do the rest. You just gotta do. That's like what I live by, man. I done did a lot of stuff that happened to me. I don't pay. People be like, "What you do to? How did you pay to make that?" No, this shit that fell literally right in my lap. Sure. It happens like that every single time. I don't be paying for no type of relationships. No, I don't pay for opportunities, nothing. I mean, depending on, like, I'll pay to invest in myself. I'll pay for video, stuff I gotta pay for. But just to get around certain people and stuff, I don't do it. It just be happy falling right in my lap, man, every time. So you gotta like put that's how it is when you living in your purpose. It ain't gonna happen when you want to, but it's gonna happen when it's supposed to. You know what I'm saying? You just you never know when stuff gonna happen. It's just, you gotta be working though. People be sitting around expecting shit to just fall in their lap. And then be mad like, no, niggas ain't fucking with me. Niggas ain't checking for me. No, you ain't pushing yourself for real. You know what I'm saying? You ain't pushing yourself.
Talk to him.
For sure. You got anything in closing?
I thought did you have one thing? Because I thought I cut you off.
No.
Don't be a victim.
Done well. Yeah, dude, just one more question. You kind of just delved into a little bit, but you as, you're a person that does a lot of things for yourself, right? You're recording yourself, you're doing your own videos. Give us 5 gems, 3 to 5 gems on, being able to be an artist like yourself that gets the outreach you got, the Instagram accounts are going up, everything you're doing is going up, you're getting these opportunities. Okay. Well, tell the artists out there that's watching this what they need to do to put themselves in a position like you.
Or any hustlers too.
Hustlers,
Yep.
You
were around it.
Number 1 is whatever you doing, invest in it. Don't be afraid to spend money on it. Like, if you know you need that lens, if you know you need that studio time, if you know you need your own studio, whatever it is, the tools that's going to help you do what you need to do, spend that money on it. Like, you're going to get everything in return over time. If you utilize it, you'll get it that plus more back. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people, like, I remember niggas be wanting me to, like, personal friends and shit, or people that I know that want to do music, then they'll be like, I be busy, and now he's telling, like, use your cell phone, nigga. I can at least edit that. Use your phone, and nigga, I'll be like, you download this app and do this. They be like, I don't know, bro. I ain't like you. I be, nigga, you are. Ain't no difference between me and you, man. You just gotta you gotta put time into what you really want to do. Ain't no shortcuts at all. A lot of people just think it's always a shortcut, and no, you gotta spend your time and money is both investments. You gotta use both to the fullest. You got to, man. And then so invest in yourself. Like spend that money. Secondly, like utilize every single social media platform that you can, because that's all there is. Different. Everybody don't mess with the same thing. It's people that be on Facebook that ain't got an Instagram. Yeah, for sure. That be an Instagram that don't fuck with Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with TikTok. You know, so you gotta, all that shit add up. You know what I'm saying? All of it add up. All of them got their own different algorithms. All of them gonna lead to different people finding out about you. You gotta be, that shit is like a job. Like, you gotta treat whatever you do just as important as you treat your real job. You got to. Sure. You got to get the most out of it, man. I post I post on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter the same video. Then whenever I drop a video, y'all see a reel or whatever, I'm doing that. I gotta do that 5 times. I'm doing phone while I'm driving. Crazy. While I'm driving, whatever I'm doing, I make sure that I sit there and do that shit. Probably 3-4 times, at least 2 times a day. So utilize every social media platform to the fullest. Don't be thinking about the views and all. Ain't nothing gonna happen overnight. When I first started doing music, like back in the day when Facebook first came out and shit, I used to be up all night, like literally all night, DMing every single person on my friend list, and probably only like 5-10 people out of 100 people, if that, will respond. But all right, bro, I'm gonna check you out. That shit is what got me to where I'm at now, because a lot of people back then still fucking me. They respect the grind. They like, this nigga never stopped. Then he getting better about this and that. So that made everything add up. It all add up. Like the nigga off Snowfall Franklin. I built this shit brick by brick, nigga. Sure. I know what that mean, nigga. I know what the fuck that mean.
For sure.
I built it.
Yeah. Third is you got to be outside. You know what I mean? Yeah, you can utilize internet to the fullest, but you got to be networking. Like your network determine your net worth. Network determine your net worth. That's real. Who you know is everything. You got to be putting this shit in people's face. You can't just expect people to. Especially with algorithm shit, when you post something, that don't mean everybody see it. You got to post that shit mad times, repost throughout it's just like that in the real world. You got to be out here touching people. You got to be out here shaking hands and just supporting people. You might not even be part of this shit, but you got to show your face. You can't expect people to know you if you ain't out here trying to be known. Like, how that work? You know what I'm saying? I used to be, you can ask DJ Comp, this the main motherfucker I know to tell anybody. When all the concerts back when Mike G used to be throwing concerts at the intersection and shit. By the way, I opened up for Young Jeezy, sold out crowd, 2,500 people, man, 2014, 15. G, the biggest show I ever did, 2,500 people, sold out, lit. Came out right before Jeezy came out. But he would tell you I would be the only artist, bro. Out of all the rap artists in the city, I used to be the only one there handing out free CDs. Only one. I ain't gonna name the nigga. It's a nigga from this city that that did big things. That's an artist. I remember handing him my CD, and then I walked away. I looked, and he was laughing and shit. I remember he was laughing. Like him and his little friends and shit, they was cracking up like, who this nigga think whatever, you know, that's what they was on. I was like, all right. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
All right. But it's funny, like, now that, like, I ain't gonna get into with how things, it's way different now. You know what I'm saying? I'll just say that. It's way different now. But, yeah, I used to be the only one. And Cop used to always see me, he used to be like, bro, you gonna be all right, bro. He used to always be like, you the only motherfucker out here doing it. You the only person I be seeing working. Only one. So you got to be outside networking, man. All that shit add up, man. People I hand the CDs to, all that, they the ones buying the merch, man. The clothes, and they the ones supporting me to this day. All right, 4, I would say, man, quit, stop it. Just don't expect nobody to do nothing for you, man. Don't expect nobody to do nothing for you, man. I had to be honest with, I used to have little moments where I'd be like, oh, man. I used to have little moments, be like, man, why this motherfucker ain't trying to do no music with me? Or why this motherfucker ain't put me on the radio or whatever. Then I was just like, but I always start being real honest with myself, like, I ain't doing enough. I'm not dropping enough. I had to be honest with myself. That's what made me go really turn up over the last 4-5 years. I'm like, I ain't got enough projects out. I ain't got enough music out. I ain't looking at local people. I'm looking at people I looked to in the industry. I'm like, if I ain't working like them, I ain't doing shit. Like DJ Head, one of the best things, I remember Head told me, like, man, don't wait to blow up. Work like you already on. Don't wait to get on. Move like you already is on. Move like you already a star. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn. When he said that, I'm like, damn. Right, though. You know what I mean? So quit expecting people to just do shit for you. Nobody owe you shit. People be mad at the promoters in the city and people who got platforms and shit mad because they ain't part of shit, man. Like, man, it's a million people out trying to rap, bro. Nobody, you think oh, man, you gotta get out here and apply pressure, man. For real, you got to, man. You got to. And lastly, I would say, keep God first. And that's self-explanatory.
Yes, sir.
Every episode, man, we like to bless our guests with a bottle of Stock the Bar vodka. Stock the Bar vodka is our official sponsor of the Risk Takers.
Okay, shout out to Daryl, man.
Shout out Daryl Reese,
man. Shout out to Daryl, man. I be seeing him doing his TikTok dance every
Friday. I told him I said, make sure you always do them, bro.
Yeah, man.
I get up, I be laying down, getting ready for work. It's Friday, going crazy. I say, yeah, that's somebody who really support the brand.
I'm gonna have him sign. I gotta have him sign this bottle. I'm gonna have him sign it, man.
Yeah,
appreciate y'all. Thank you, man.
Absolutely, man. You know, that's from the sponsor. That's from us, man.
They the first to give me a gift on the podcast, man. Y'all niggas best step y'all game up, man.
Come on, man. Y'all know what's going on.
What's up, man?
And our last question in closing is we always like to ask the risk taker if they know any risk takers they'd like to highlight and invite them on the show. This is their invitation from risk
takers.
Yep. So you can just give us 3 if you got them.
I would say Southside Rich, Young Wayne, and
Ain't got to be music people. They can be from whatever lane you got them.
Okay.
Business people, we don't care. We're not just.
Pluto, Eson.
Oh, okay, bet. Yeah, he on the list.
Yeah, for sure. Yep. That's what I would go with, man.
Y'all can find this motherfucking bottle at any Myers or all across the Midwest, man. So y'all know what to do, man. If you don't come on the show and get a free bottle, man, you just go pay for it, man. You want to be like the risk takers on here, go get you one.
We appreciate you, brother. Appreciate
having
you
on.
on.
That's fun,
brother.
Man. It's fun.
Don't be a victim out on all platforms.
Yes, sir.
Go get it.
Gwopped Up. Where can they get the clothing at?
Gwopped Up apparel.myshopify.com.
It is fire.
Yeah,
the jackets go crazy.
All the jackets
so
on the
crazy.
way. We got our first women's collection on dropping this summer for the ladies, and we got plenty more, man. We got a lot on the way. Shout out to my brother, man, Kimani Casey. That's my partner, and Jada is my partner too in the Feds, man. We made him a partner, man. We had people trying to invest in the clothing line, and one more gem. Have a fucking lawyer, man.
Type B.
Have a lawyer, man. If it wasn't for a lawyer, I've been some fucked up predicaments, like more a couple of times, man. Woo. So yeah, we made bro a partner, and he ain't want to be because he was like, man, you been all this shit while I was locked up. I'm like, bro, ain't no Gwopped Up without you, bro. So he was able. He a hustler. He invested from behind the wall, and we running, man. We going, man. So when bro get out, hopefully this will be $1 million company. He ain't got do shit. Just get out.
Will be $1 million company.
Will be. I'll be doing that to people, man. I'll be doing that to motherfuckers all the time. Somebody done got me, man. But yeah, for sure, man. So yeah, Gwopped Up apparel, man. Make sure y'all get it.
Gwopped.
Yes,
Make sure you
sir.
like, comment, subscribe. Please
know
tap
that.
in.
We out.
We out.